everybody, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, welcome. My name's Amber and this is About That Mama Life, and today we are doing this beautiful Nightmare Before Christmas manicure. So we're starting with Delicate White by Sparkle & Co. This is one of my all-time favorite colors. It is a frosty white, so easy to work with and beautiful. Stacy from Wine and Dip Powder Nails was so kind to send me these decals, and Kayla sent me some cute little decals too, so there will be more decals coming. But this manicure is a collab with Stacy from Wine and Dip Powder Nails and Kayla from Totally Kayla. I will link all of their information below. Make sure you go check out their channels and their manicures in this collab so you can see how they use their decals. They are so talented, and you honestly could not find two better ladies than these two. So make sure you check out my description box below and give their channel some love as well. So all I'm doing here is just cutting out the decal to fit whichever nail that I decided I'm going to put this one on. And I went ahead and put this one on the middle finger, I believe. And I'm just kind of taking my time, going around, making sure that it fits. If you've seen any of my nail guard videos, which I am obsessed with nail guards, if these apply a lot like a nail guard. If you've applied a decal or a guard or anything to your nail, they all pretty much apply about the same. I will link my nail guard videos up here for you to check out if you haven't seen them. They are amazing. So I'm just soaking this one in water, and it wasn't lifting for me, so I give it a couple more seconds, and then I just use the tweezers to pull it off the backing. You'll see me do that here in just 1 second. So it was trying to come off here. It would not come off, so I ended up just kind of peeling it off and then setting it down on the paper towel to absorb any of that leftover moisture. You're going to want to use something sticky to put on your nail to adhere the guard, to adhere the decal to your nail. I'm using the sticky base coat from Maniology, and this stuff worked so well. I highly recommend it. I will link everything below in the description box. So if you want to pick up anything that I used, I have a lot of discount codes and stuff. Make sure you check it out in the description box below. So with the sticky base coat, once you apply, within just a couple of seconds, it gets sticky and then it dries. So you've got to work quickly with this. And when I zoomed out, I moved it out of frame. So I will show you on the next decal how these apply. But you just line it up, smooth it out, and that will put it on your nail. And I take a file, and in one direction, I'm just going to cut off any of that excess that's hanging off over the nail. You'll see it wasn't fully adhered onto my nail. It's like loose and just kind of hanging at the end there, and I'll show you how I fixed that. I just didn't put it on the sticky base coat quick enough, and the base coat dried. So I just lifted it up a little bit, reapplied some of that sticky base coat, and then waited for it to get sticky and just put it right back down, and it worked perfectly fine. I like to leave these little mishaps and stuff in so that you guys can see how to fix them if something like this happens to you. You know, we're all nail sisters here. We all share tips and tricks and ideas, right? And then once I smoothed that on, it was perfect. Everything wrapped around, it stuck right onto my nail and worked great. And there's Jack's face. I love it. You'll notice in the nail guard was a little bit of like wrinkles, but I'm going to show you why that doesn't even matter here in a second. So now we're going to do the second decal on the Jack hand. And this one is just Jack and the pumpkin patch with Spiral Hill behind him. I love this decal, and it was a dream to work with. So you'll notice I just put it in the water, and here in a second you'll see the guard I keep saying guard. The decal lift right up off the backing. It was perfect. So I put it right on the paper towel and let it absorb some of that excess moisture. Now I'm going to paint on the sticky base coat just like you saw before. If you don't have sticky base coat, you could use gel base coat and cure it just till it gets a little bit sticky, and that would work just fine. You could probably even use your dip base coat if you didn't have anything else. So I'm going to line that up, make sure it's on there straight, and once I like it, I'm just pulling it tight and smoothing it out. It will stick down to that sticky base coat and adhere to the nail. And that went on perfectly. I love it. These decals are so cute. So cute. So don't do the back and forth like I was doing. I just realized what I was doing and started changing to one direction. You want to use just one direction when you're filing these off, or they will shred and it will be a giant mess. So now I've got that nail decal smoothed onto my nail and trimmed, and it looks great. Anytime you're working with nail art, nail decals, stamping, anything like that, you're going to want to seal it in. So I've got my jackhand, and I went ahead and applied the Sally decals. We're going to seal it in with gel top coat. I find glossy gel top coat is the most easy to work with, user-friendly, nail art friendly, I guess you could say, when you're working with art, stamping, or decals. You'll want to see another tip or trick here. When I apply the gel top coat, I use the least amount of strokes as possible. So 1, 2, and then right across the tip of my nail, done. If you go over it too many times, you can blur your stamp, you can shred your decal. You just want to put this on there very gently. Now it is cured and it's sealed in. I did the same thing with the Sally decals, and they're perfect. So now I went ahead and added a little bit of stamping details onto the jackhand. I used the Maniology Pet Cemetery plate, and then I did some hand-painted nail art on the Sally hand. And I do have a tutorial on another Nightmare Before Christmas mani I did. I will link that in the info cards as well if you want to check that out. And I have another Nightmare Before Christmas mani coming up after this one as well. So if you like Nightmare Before Christmas like I do, I'm giving you lots of NBC this Halloween. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and cap all of our nails in clear dip powder. Now that we have sealed all of our nail art in with one coat of gel top coat, everything is sealed and we can go ahead and proceed to put a layer of clear over everything. So I'm just putting my regular dip base coat, and we're using Virgo and Gem. I'm putting that on like I would over any traditional dip powder, and then dipping it right into clear. I'm using the Sparkle & Co. clear. This is my favorite clear. This is the second big jar I purchased of that, if that tells you anything. It's so buttery. It's so easy to work with. It's not chunky. It's super clear and see-through. I highly recommend it. So I'm just going to go ahead on every single one of my nails and just put my base coat on and do one dip of clear. If you wanted to do multiple dips of clear to really give yourself more layers, you could. I had already done a couple layers of white underneath, so I only needed the one layer of clear. And you can put this over any nail art as long as you seal it in with the top coat, the gel top coat first. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up with all of my nails, capping them in clear here. But if you are interested in purchasing any of the products that I used today, I have a ton of discount codes. So I will link all of those in the description box below so you can save a little bit of money. So now I am just dusting off all of the clear from my nails here. And then I'm going to go through and activate them. I'm using Virgo and Gem activator, but honestly, activator is activator. I don't really have a preference when it comes to activator. They all kind of perform the same to me. So I'm just going to go ahead and paint this on all of my nails here. And once activated, I did not need to file or buff. This clear is, like I said, buttery and easy to work with, and it just went on like a dream. So I'm going to let that activator dry for just a few seconds, just long enough to grab my dip top coat, and I am using the Virgo and Gem top coat. And I'm going to apply this over top like I would in any dip process. I'm going to go ahead and do my first layer of top coat. And this top coat is going to provide you another layer of protection over your nail art and your decals. It is going to help level out and blur any imperfections, and it's just going to be glossy and shiny and beautiful. I prefer dip top coat over gel top coat any day. I feel like it's harder, it's shinier, and it's better protection. So that first coat started to dry down a little bit. I'm going in with my second coat, just in the normal dip process here. And it just looks so pretty. I love the Virgo and Gem liquids. They're so thin. The glossy top coat is so glossy. They honestly are my fave. If you haven't tried Virgo and Gem liquids, I don't know where you've been, but you gotta check them out. So I'm going to let that dry down for just a minute, and we are done. That is it. Look how glossy that is. And can you even see on the jack finger any of those wrinkles? You can't. That's what I was talking about. It blurs it. It just makes it look so polished and so pretty. And this is how they turned out. Make sure you check out my description box where I will link the other Nightmare Before Christmas manicure I already did, and then I have another one coming up. One other thing I wanted to show you, you don't have to leave it glossy like this. You could pick up a matte finish and do matte on top if you like. A matte gel top coat, do you. You could mix glossy and matte. I've done that plenty of times. Make sure that you check out Stacy's channel at Wine and Dip Powder Nails and Kayla's channel at Totally Kayla, so you can see how they use their Nightmare Before Christmas decals, and you can see their mani in this collab. I really appreciate all of y'all watching, being here, supporting the channel. You don't know how much that means to me, and I love all of my nail sisters. So check out the description box below for their collab video. Have a safe and happy Halloween, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.